What's going on, my geeks? I'm Kakuyo Otaku, and welcome to Home Base Serenity. Today, I'm bringing you part 4 of my brand new Loadout series inspired by the locker coming to save the world, allowing us to use our Battle Royale skins within Save the World. I know a lot of people are loving being able to have their commander look however they want them to, and I've been having so much fun creating this series and crafting this story. None of this would be possible without the ability to use our Battle Royale skins in Save the World, so to Epic Games, I just want to say...
Thank you.
And this series also wouldn't exist if it wasn't for the mythic weapons in Battle Royale. If I'm being honest, the mythic weapons really can be overpowered.
No, I can't take it. I can't take it, Jerry!
And getting multiple in the same match is almost a guaranteed win unless you just don't use them effectively. But sometimes I feel like the most broken and overpowered of all the mythic weapons is the mythic minigun that you get from taking down Brutus.
It's too much! It's too much!
Luckily, it's actually really easy to recreate Brutus within Save the World. How might you ask? With Sergeant Jonesy. Now, those of you who know about minigun builds in Save the World might have been expecting someone else here.
I was not expecting this!
As I was planning this out, Deathgrip told me when I made the suggestion of using him as my commander that he hadn't heard of anyone else doing that. He told me that most people usually have someone else as commander. And I do have that hero that he mentioned in support, but I feel like this is the best way to have the minigun up as much as possible. But before I talk about his perk, I want to first go over how you use the minigun in Save the World, just in case anyone watching this video is not aware.
Quiet, you!
The minigun is actually not a craftable weapon within Save the World. It's something that only certain soldiers can use, and those soldiers need to have the Going Commando ability. When you use this ability, you equip a minigun that fires 18 shots over 10 seconds. You are also slowed down, which is not necessarily a good thing, and you cannot do anything else until the ability ends, just like with Lefty and Righty. So why did I choose Sergeant Jonesy as my commander? Sergeant Jonesy's perk increases Going Commando duration by 20 seconds. That means it lasts for a full 30 seconds. Now, there is an extremely long cooldown on the minigun that is normally 100 seconds, but as you can see here, it's definitely not 100 seconds for me with this build. That means I have to be using the team perk, Happy Holidays, which reduces your ability cooldowns by 40%, and it stacks independently with other cooldown reduction perks.
Nice.
Which leads to the next hero in support, Commando Spitfire and his Going Again perk. This is the hero I mentioned earlier that most people want to use as a commander with a minigun build. As commander, he decreases the cooldown of Going Commando by 66% and by 30% in support. He could lead to a lower cooldown from the minigun than what I have here. I've never tested it, to be honest. But even if it does, I still feel like he's better off in support for Sergeant Jonesy. With him in support and with Happy Holidays, the cooldown is at 42 seconds. So after the 30 seconds that you can use the minigun, you only have about 12 seconds before you can use it again.
Yeah, boy.
Up next is Diecast Jonesy, whose boomstick perk increases the base damage of Going Commando by 25%. And that's a huge help, as Going Commando isn't necessarily a really high damaging ability even after the recent ability rework. Next, I have Colonel Wildcat and her leadership perk.
Well, you do seem like you're in desperate need of leadership.
And this hero is also key to this build. Rabbit Raider Jonesy has War Cry, which, as I've said in previous videos, causes you to shout an inspiring war cry, which gives you and nearby allies a 45% increase to weapon damage, 30% increase to fire rate, and a 20% increase to melee attack speed. Colonel Wildcat lowers the cooldown of War Cry by 17% in support. So with that perk and Happy Holidays, the cooldown drops from 90 seconds to 44.82 seconds. It does only last for 12 seconds, but that's fine. Sometimes that's all you need. The reason she's key to this build is if you pop War Cry and then pop Going Commando, you can pop both again about 14 seconds after the minigun stops. That's only about a 2-second addition to the downtime for the minigun, and that extra damage and fire rate is definitely worth it.
This is making insanely good sense to me.
especially if you have Ted and his first cup of the day perk in your build. With this perk, while you are using Going Commando, your crit rate with Going Commando, which is normally non-existent, is increased by 10, and the crit damage is increased by 100%.
A little bit spicy.
Lastly, I have Survivalist Jonesy. Since I mentioned earlier that you are slowed down while using Going Commando, if that's all you're going to use, you need some survivability. And that's where Survivalist Jonesy comes in, because with him in support, every elimination heals you 39 base health over 3 seconds. And I can't even begin to tell you just how many times this perk came in clutch. And of course, I'm using my standard gadgets of stationary hover turrets and adrenaline rush. To show this loadout off, I went into a power level 124 retrieve the data mission with Death Grip and CJ. Now we ended up failing this mission twice, but that wasn't due to my loadout not being a good build or anything else we did. However, I am glad the failures happened though, because they were great learning experiences for us all. That being said, I do want to show 2 quick clips from the 2 failures. Oh, there he is. Sniping a smasher with a minigun. That's not doing much damage. It's bullying him though, at least. Oh, that's funny. I'm just literally concentrating just on the smasher. Oh, look at that. Oh. Oh, that clip was worth it. Oh, man. I wasted the entire minigun on that, but that was so funny. Now, this is me working on the mini-boss from the second attempt. I just wanted to include this in there to show just how much damage output Going Commando can dish out with this build on a mini-boss, which, as you can see, is a lot of damage. Now I'm going to jump on into the successful mission gameplay so you can see just how this loadout performs in a regular mission. All right, here we go. Spawns are in the southeast area right now. Let's see what I can do here. I didn't do war cry. I hate when I do that. Stop jumping on me, Husklings. Oh, good lord. My frame rate just went to crap. What is going on with that? Leave me alone, you two. Stop it. Stop trying to snipe me. Let me snipe you with a minigun. See, that right there is exactly why I have Survivalist in this build, for those moments like that. All right, so this is going pretty well so far, it looks like. I'm going to jump over here. Oh, yeah, that's a good perch. There we go. I mean, I'm in the storm a little bit, but it'll be okay for a second. All right, you can just die down there. I said die, lobber. Well, maybe she would if I could aim. Seems to be a recurring theme on the channel, my bad aim. Oh, frame rates again. It must be the ceiling drop traps, man. I don't know why they are so bad. I don't know why they're so bad with frame rates in general, but they definitely are. I'm just going to stand right here, I think. This is about the best place that I can be to actually attack some husks. I can't really see anything from above like I was doing before. And anything that comes up I can just take out. Oh, Death Grip's down. I can't get you right now, buddy. I'm sorry. I'm in the middle of Going Commando. Okay, good. CJ got you, I think. Yeah, there we go. All right, well, that was good. That was fun. It's fun to use the pretty much nothing but the minigun from Going Commando. This loadout has been incredibly fun to use, as you just saw in this gameplay. Now I jumped into a quick eliminate and collect mission because I just wanted to take a second to show off the incredible wave clear this Going Commando build has. Anything that comes near me, whether trash mob or mist monster, I just shred right through it. Keep in mind, the minigun is doing physical damage, which means I'm only doing 50% damage to any elemental husks and 75% damage to physical husks. So let's take a moment now to talk about how you can get all of what I've used in this loadout for yourself should you want to give it a try. Brutus and his cosmetics that you are able to use within Save the World are unlocked by leveling up your Battle Pass in Battle Royale. His wrap is unlocked at Tier 7, his pickaxes are unlocked at Tier 10, his back bling is unlocked at Tier 14, and the actual Brutus outfit is unlocked at Tier 20. Now here's where this loadout is vastly different from most of my loadouts, especially the last one. 4 of the 6 heroes in this loadout are not event heroes. In fact, they aren't even expansion heroes. These 4 heroes are Sergeant Jonesy, Commando Spitfire, Colonel Wildcat, and Survivalist Jonesy. All 4 of them are base game soldiers, meaning they can be recruited from the base game section of the collection book by using 3,000 training manuals and 100 legendary flux each. That means there are only 2 event heroes in this loadout. The first is Diecast Jonesy, who can be recruited from the Event People section under Blockbuster Heroes by using a hero recruitment voucher. The other event hero is Ted. He was available in last year's Winter Llamas. Unfortunately, if you were not lucky enough to get him during Frostnite 2019, you are unable to recruit him from the collection book at this time. That could change in the future though. That's going to do it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it. I never really used Going Commando that much because of the low damage output, long cooldown time, and how much it lowers your mobility, but I honestly had an incredible time with this loadout here. As you saw, it can actually really hang in there even at the higher levels. So if you liked what you saw here, please make sure to hit that like button. Also, if you're watching this video and you're not subscribed, please consider hitting the subscription button and the notification bell so you can see each new video as soon as it goes live. Up next will be the next to last installment in the Be the Boss series, where I'll be creating a loadout on the last boss, Meowscles. But how is that the next to last installment if Meowscles is the last boss I haven't covered yet? Well, that's because the next video after that is going to be where I show the conclusion to the story. I'll be showing each of the first 5 intros again, filling in some gaps between with some new content, and then showing the epic conclusion where you'll finally learn why Drift has been kidnapping the members of the agency. Next up after that, I have a special new loadout video planned, inspired again by the Locker coming to save the world, but I don't want to reveal what that is just yet. I have decided how to handle the Twine Peaks SSD series rework now, so that should be coming up too, as well as some other fun loadout videos and more beginner's game guides. Special thanks again to everyone who continues to be a part of the cinematic intros, including Death Grip, who is still playing Drift, Sharp, who came from the Demon Joe France Discord, CJ, and the Supreme Boyo Overlord himself, Mr. Demon Joe France, who all helped out with the second half of this intro. I had a feeling early on that this series was going to be a big moment for my channel and would always be special to me, so I want to thank you all for continuing to help me out and for putting up with me as we continue telling this story. And as always, special shoutouts to my favorite Save the World content creators, both past and present. Again, 2 of whom I've already mentioned in this video: Latana, Demon Joe France, David Dean, Tori X, Aiden Harris, Rounded Tic Tac, Chedic, A1 Get This Money, Death Grip, Nilek Dreams, X Samantha, and Enforcer. I've linked all their channels down below. Thanks again for watching, everyone, and stay cool, geeks. Have a great day.